right down the middle with a white line
This
to
is
her style
Mom.
and mine. I
This,
love that so much. I
well,
want
I
it.
brought it in for you. This is Mom's space, and that's Daughter's space.
Mhm.
So, anyway, we're happy you're here. Ellen J. Goods is a brick and mortar shop in Medina, New York. Sometimes we are streaming from here in the studio. Sometimes we surprise you with streaming elsewhere. I'm thinking I might add a little surprise stream on Sunday this weekend. So, watch
Ooh.
for that. But yeah, if you're here, we'd love it if you would do all the social things. If you're on YouTube, the most important thing we want you to do is if you're watching this on replay or if you're watching us live, head back to the replay and please click that hype button. That just does like this. It's like dandelions seeds spreading across the
I'm
up.
gonna make a little video that shows. I'm just trying to see. I don't see us on Facebook.
Okay, it's saying recover broadcast. Eh,
Uh-oh.
yeah, I hope we're not going to be having an issue. Are we live still? Oh, why?
Has anyone seen us? I don't see anything on Facebook.
Yeah, it's.
I wonder if we can,
Hmm.
if you can go out and come back in the same stream.
I don't know. I asked for it to restart broadcast, so um, sugar plums. Okay.
On Switcher.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
now it shows you. Now I see you live.
you do. Yeah, I see us live too. There must have been some kind of a glitchy whatever. We just never know, right? But
Okay.
thank you. And I'm seeing lots of comments over
I saw YouTube. Okay,
on
they say we're
YouTube.
here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So good,
Okay.
good. There must have, who knows what happens. The wind is a blowing, the snow is
Yes.
right down Main Street. Whoo! But
Yes.
anyway, yes, if you are watching on the replay over on YouTube, we would surely love it if you push that that hype button. It's going to help our channel grow. And we appreciate that if you could help us out in that way. Anyway, today we're doing a little mixed media project, but oh my gosh, I looked at the calendar. Actually, I'm thinking, all right, you go to Germany when?
A week
Say
from
it.
today.
A week from today,
Yes, it's making me sick.
which is what date?
February 2nd.
All right, yeah, and then we're going to be live with IOD, the IOD release on Tuesday, right after the broadcast. We'll be sending out an email about that. I'll take care of that a little later today.
So
Don't,
technically I leave on the 2nd, but I will be arriving in Germany on IOD release day. I leave at 2 in the afternoon here. I will get there at about 7:30 in the morning on the 3rd.
it'll be
So
interesting if
just
how we go.
almost right on time to pop on live with you.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
I am gonna very much try to, wherever I am, just pop in, because
Except
that's just,
you may be in an airport or
I
where.
may be in an airport, I might be in a car, I might be at a Best Western Frankfurt airport,
Yeah, who
if they
knows?
will please let me in.
Who
My
knows?
check-in's not till 3.
Yeah, so that's very exciting. And I usually do a kind of a get ready with me video for or live for the IOD release, which is really fun because I'm looking at everything right now that we've been prepping in advance. And it's fun because I will do like partial prep and it just leaves you guessing like what could go on that. Well, a mold could go on that or a transfer. Maybe it's going to be it could be an inlay, so it's really fun to see what I've got up my sleeve as far as those projects to share. I always share a few short little projects on release day after we take a deep dive, but we'll be going live at 1 o'clock on Tuesday. But all of that stuff will be in an email. So let us know if
I'm
you're.
so excited. To me, this is one of my favorite releases of the year because in the dead of February comes a little bit of spring and a hopefulness in our artwork. It's just
Yes.
like we need it.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful time for a release and to think about, anticipate the months ahead, especially for those of us who need to create ahead of time.
Yes.
For content creation, for your shops, for your booths. I promise you, this is a lovely, lovely release, and it's always. I don't know. They just seem to figure out exactly what we need. And it'll be
Mhm.
fun. Make mental notes, Megan, of what you think. You know what I thought was going to be popular by the way that we
Yes.
order. I would love to
Yes.
know like what you think. Not
I have
now.
a hard time. You're much better at predicting what everyone will like. I will just be like, I like this. I like this.
I know.
I just get excited for some spring colors when we look out our window and we see either
Yeah.
gray
Yeah.
or white only.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Well, and we're just chatting right now. So, yeah, but it is fun to anticipate, and also get a sense of the highly curated collections that Sally is doing, and that IOD has historically done, even with her co-founder Josie, her sister. They rely very much on classic elements of design, the standards, the things that never will go out of style. They hit a trendy kind of, but I almost think of it as like it's just they're just surprise elements that they're setting the trends for the
Yes, or
season.
they might
They,
happen to coincide with a trend because they choose things that are classic and never go out of style.
but
And like
maybe
my
color
sweater,
changes up or whatever. Yeah.
Betty loves my sweater, and that's a good example of this. This is vintage Esprit. I got it at a thrift store.
Oh my
And
God.
while it might meet a trend now, it was also trendy back in the day when it came out. Just a
I
coincidence.
used to love, oh, remember, ladies, remember in 17 magazine, the Esprit ads? They were so good. And
Oh,
oh my goodness, that was a little out of my budget because I typically purchased my own clothes that I wanted from babysitting money if I didn't make them. And oh my gosh, oh my word, they were just fabulous. So
Esprit was big in the 80s and 90s, and you did used to get some for Katie and I.
was that right? See,
Oh, yes.
don't remember that. Well, hey,
Oh, yeah.
let me switch the camera down
Okay.
and see if I can um, get us in preview. Whoops, did I just take us off?
You're off. I can still hear you, and I'm up in the corner. That's what I can see.
Okay, yep. I'm going to switch me to the corner if you would like that.
I would like that very much.
Okay, let me see what I can do. There we go. Okay. Jonathan was teaching me his tricks. Hey, and guess what? I also have, you might be able to see the edge of it there. I have an overhead camera on too, so that I can go ahead and do some lives.
Great job firing on
Reels.
all cylinders.
Yeah, yeah. It's shocking to me that I was able to get this situation going on with the thing up in the corner here, in a matter of seconds. So we're getting better. We're getting better.
Yes.
Okay. I saw a beautiful inspiration photo that I did not share with you guys today, but we're going to do a little more paint blending today. And I want to take this frame right here and transform it. And then we're going to use a few other little mixed media elements so that this little guy will go in here. And you know me, I definitely have those pink and softer tones. And we'll be using Fusion's Woodwick, rose water, a little chocolate, and some picket fence for a white to tone things down. So we're going to start by blending this out, and then we'll get to this guy later in a little bit. Well, you know what? Actually, let's do this first. Um, this is the IOD heraldry mold. That's the little crown. So I want to get that glued in place. So let me grab my heavy body gel and throw that guy on there so that it can dry, because I'm going to treat this all as one. After I get this on, we'll be doing some blending on here and on the frame. So let's see. And then I think to myself, oh, probably what I saw was, it was probably an AI generated thing. I don't know, but now you're going to get the real deal. So that's what we're going to do. So I just need a thin coat of heavy body gel. Why do I like this for molds? Because especially when we're working with clay, sometimes that back of the mold is a little uneven, and that heavy body gel is going to fill in, and it will flatten out the back so that you're adhering the entire back of the mold to the to your surface. So let's double check this, because I want to make sure. Oh, I should have pulled these guys out. When JR cuts these for me, I forget to take them out. But he always puts a few of those the little gun that we use, you know. I just want to make sure that this is nicely centered. So I'm going to kind of pop that back in. I am working on Masonite, and I'm going to tell you the honest truth here, the honest to goodness truth. Well, I wouldn't lie to you anyway, but
I hope not.
I wouldn't. So what I did is, this had a recycled paper on it that I did in the fall, and then I just took some picket fence and blended it. Or first I sanded it. I sanded it well, and then I sanded, wiped it off, and then I used Fusion's picket fence over top. But look at the colors that came up. And that is just from the ink that was on that decoupage paper that I had disturbed.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that
cool.
something? Yeah, that's
You
really
can't plan
something.
for that.
So I'm kind of cool. I'm okay with that. This little guy, as you know, I don't care if he's perfectly. I want him centered here. I don't mind if a little bit of his tail is cut off. I try to imagine that. I'm trying to snap a picture of that bird, and of course, in my viewfinder on my phone, I'm not going to be able to get him perfectly centered. So this almost. It almost reminds me of a little live action, right? So that's kind of how my brain thinks.
Cute.
Yeah. So I do want his head underneath, and actually, you know what I should have done? Too late now. I should have measured to make sure that this was centered, but I think it is. I think it is. Oh dear. All right. Let's get him on there. There was a question in the insider group from somebody who's brand new to transfers and decoupage. And her question was, what is the best paint to use for base coating under decoupage, and also to use with transfers? And without a doubt, I'm going to say it's Fusion Mineral Paint, because it has that built-in top coat. It makes everything easier to deal with. Easier to apply. Love it. I love it.
It's a workhorse of a paint.
It really is. It truly is. So there we go. I think that looks good, right? So we're going to want that to dry a little bit. I'm going to come back and do some blending right on here. with my Fusion mineral paint, and we'll kind of work around the bird. You'll see. You'll see. So
I
let
think, can I
oh,
ask a
sorry.
quick question about
Sure.
that paint? I
Yeah.
think would an acrylic paint be next after Fusion? Like
Well,
if you don't have Fusion and you just have some small acrylics, because those you don't necessarily need to seal before a decoupage or a transfer, right?
um okay, say that again. I'm sorry.
Could like the way would acrylics also be a good option to
Oh,
put underneath decoupage or transfers? Because you don't really have to
sure.
seal them.
Sure. If doing a very small project, you can choose one of the sample sizes,
Yeah.
or you can use one of the Pentart acrylics. Those are great too. You could even just use a gesso, or you could use the acrylic primer. Is also a good option from Fusion,
Fusion's just
or
super
not Fusion. Excuse me, acrylic primer from whoop,
Pentart, yes.
Pentart. Yes.
But Fusion is just has a super strong hard finish. So if you've got it around, it's so great.
Well, and what I do like to say about Fusion, this is really sounding like an infomercial, which I guess it kind of is.
Hey, we've been carrying Fusion for a long time and it's for a reason
We have been,
from the start.
and the beauty of it is, especially you think about this time of year with our weather the way it is, Fusion was formulated in Canada, up north of Toronto, and or in the Toronto area, I will say. And they started in the house paint business. So they created a product which would withstand freeze thaw cycles because it has a hard acrylic in it, and also has that flexibility that we want, like on house paint, you know. So it's just all around a fabulous, fabulous paint. I love it. I love it. You know, different times, Megan, we've talked about, oh, do we want to carry another brand? Do we want to, you know, supplement this brand? And I'm just like, you know what? I'm good with it. It's just like you said, it is a workhorse.
Yep. I really think the paints that we have cover all of the bases,
Absolutely.
the paints that we carry.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to grab a paintbrush. I think this is one of these little ones that we have at. Uh, I think we have these on our website. It's a little set in a case, right? Just a good overall work brush. I want to get some of this rose on here, rose water. And I know some people would just be like, what are you doing? You're painting over the frame. I know. I know. But it's okay. It's all right. Let me just work a little bit of this in here. I'm leaving some of that background. I just want to begin to shift the color a little bit. We're going to shift it right down to this dark. And when I'm blending, and yes, you can blend with Fusion, believe it or not, you can. Um, Debbie's is the ultimate for that. But
Yeah.
since we're weather concerned right now, I do like to pull out the Fusion and show you how versatile that is as well. But so as I apply this paint, I'm not loading it real heavily into my brush, but quick before it dries, I'm going ahead and dipping my brush in to kind of transition those shades a little bit. And I know it might be a little bit hard to see here, but that's going to lighten up that pink. You've heard me say when you're layering paint, you definitely want to make sure that you come back. It takes a few layers very oftentimes. Because what did we talk about last week? That artists usually don't complete their artwork
Yes,
in a half hour or
exactly.
or in an hour live video.
No, they come back to it again and again
They
too.
do, they do, and that's why a lot of times I'll do an after the live to show you like this is what I did. But I mean that's not bad. That's not a bad little blend right there.
No, it's
For
great.
paint that dries quickly. I'm letting some of that background show. Let me get a little bit of this brown to mix in with the wood wick. We're going to just start blending the other way now. I just want to show a little bit of a transition here. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think, when you step away from it, you're going to get the effect. And when you are blending with all of these colors and kind of scrubbing off your brush, you are bringing some of the tones of the previous color that you used right into that next color. And that kind of makes it all blend and work beautifully as well. So now I'm working back to, this is the wood wick. And let's brush this out a little bit and pick up some of that rose water and blend that right up into the top. Oh my goodness, I love this.
Beautiful. It's going on so smoothly.
It really is. Now, it's not going to give you the texture that you might get with Debbie's by just using the paint. But don't forget, if you want to get some texture on here, you can always add salt wash to it. And then it's going to it just does so many good things.
Everybody's dealing with crazy weather. It's so wild.
Isn't it just bananas? Oh my goodness. I'm looking, it was just like blowing down Main Street again.
Actually, this is a good time, Jenny, for me to let you know that there's a collection linked in the description on both Facebook and YouTube. It's also right on the homepage of ellenjgoods.com. You can find all of the colors Mom is using there. She's got Woodwick, Rosewater, and Chocolate, right, Mom?
Yes, I do. And some picket
Yes.
fence.
And some picket
So
fence, but they're all listed there.
you saw that I just brushed off my, yes, Fusion does carry fresco, Jenny.
Yep.
Absolutely. And we love that too. We just chose a little bit of, we have both here. Because not everybody's familiar with the name Fresco. Our Fusion customers definitely are, but very often people recognize the name Fresco. So, or I'm sorry, recognize the name
Salt Wash.
Salt Wash. Yeah, so we have both, and I love them both.
Salt Wash has a few different options in their product line as well, right? Or just the
Size,
one?
like the size wise, and they have some other little goodies too.
Okay, I'm just getting to know her.
Yes, me too. Well, I mean, I've used it.
Yeah.
I've used it when I've been out of Fresco. Um, but yeah. So Jenny Merriman, how are you? Oh my goodness, it's so nice to see you here. As I recall, you in New Jersey, Jenny? But see now, I will add a little more blending to this, just kind of going over what I did, just so that I have a little bit of each of the colors here introduced. And like I said, I could come back to this later tomorrow. I could add even additional layers to this, but this is going to be kind of rustic. So I'm happy with how it's going right now.
Me too.
I am. I'm really happy about that. And I think I might want to get a little more white up here. And of course, you can guess why if you watched our videos from last week where we talked all about colors and how to make them work together, how to choose colors. You can probably guess why I've chosen these colors when you look at this background. Now look at that. How pretty is that? Isn't that pretty?
Yes. Love it.
So now, I mean, I'm just kind of skittering my brush over the top. It's kind of a little drier, um, but I just am trying to pick up some of that texture that's in the frame. And also bring some of that down to kind of highlight the grain. And but there you go. I love that. That is fantastic. I am so good with that.
Okay.
I'll just get a little more on the side of my frame. Essentially just dry brushing. Now, if you wanted to really super blend this, like we would with like on a piece of furniture, and you want to be able to get a really, really good blend, what I would suggest is using the Fusion Extender, which will it extends the dry time of the paint so that you can uh, it extends the open time so that it you have a little longer to work with it. You've never tried the ombre effect. You know, it's kind of fun. And I would say if you're new to paint blending, pick up one of those Debbie's DIY color kits that we have, the little mixology sets, because they are great for practicing blending. And I've been thinking, Megan, we need to do a workshop here in person, and
A
everybody
blending
gets a
workshop.
yeah, and everybody gets a paint kit, and then we just play with it.
Oh, writing that down.
Thank
All
you.
about paint blending. Remember, we did a great virtual blending class. One of my favorite classes you ever did, even though I spent a lot of hours in the basement making the kits for it. The Be Thou My Vision class.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody here who's been with us that long that you did that class, and because I poured all the little samples of this was before she had
Was
samples.
amazing. That was amazing. Oh
It
my
was
gosh.
that was a great class.
It was a beautiful, beautiful project. And, you know, for the life of me, I can't remember who the original artist was, but she gave me full permission to use her technique. And it was with those big angel wings. Oh my gosh, that was fantastic.
Fantastic, yes. So that I just always remember that was a tricky box to put together because I had to roll the angel wings, that's when transfers came in tubes, big
Yeah.
giant tubes.
Yes.
So it was figuring out how to get that all into a box, but I really loved that one. It
That
was
was so
beautiful.
good.
And
So,
it was a really great way to learn a little bit about blending.
yes. So here I rinsed out my brush. I've got a little bit of that white picket fence in here, and I'm just kind of smushing over some of this. I'm working up to the bird. I'm also working with kind of a drier brush, if you can see that. And again, I'm kind of blending it down because I really like the surprise that happened when I added the paint to the top of that sanded recycled paper.
Yeah.
So I'm digging this. And I want a lighter background because I am going to add some things over this. Oh, but look at that. Oh my gosh. That is fantastic. So good. Now, what if you're going to get bleed through from that, which I might, but I'm okay. I'm good with it. I'm okay. If it was too much, I would, because can you see how that pigment is kind of coming up through again and it's yellowing this out a little bit? But I do want that kind of a finish. Now, if I didn't want that, what I could do is after I get my initial blend done, I could I could go in and put a little spray shellac over this or some Debbie's DIY Salvation solution to kind of lock all of that in place. And then just quickly dry brush over it again. But I think I might just keep it as is because I like some of the tones that are coming up through here. But there
Mary
we go.
Casey asked if I'll do a tour through all of the things I packed and who will be carrying them for me.
Right.
Happy to. Oh no, I don't know if you were with us all the way back then, Delray.
Let me get a little bit of this rose water in this crown. Then we're going to add some metallics to both the frame and the crown. So I'm just getting a little bit in there. Because then we're going to pick up, see that beautiful coppery tone and the gold tone. We're going to grab a little bit of that, and I'm going to be using Pentart's Bronze Metallic Lazure. I also grabbed, and I did add this to the collection, Megan, the Pentart Metal Decor in gold. So let's see what happens. Okay.
The Decor Metal Mat is a nice option if you're not wanting to mix up pigment fix and pigment. It really is basically just all mixed up for you.
Yeah, it's so nice, isn't it? So we'll get a little bit of that out.
Pretty.
I was on a phone call, video chat with Jonathan Mark Mendez yesterday, and walking him through the Pentart products and
that I sent.
Yes. And showing him some examples that we have done here, and he's like, oh, I have to use this in a video coming up. I have to.
Yeah, I thought maybe he would need a little bit of guidance.
Absolutely.
With you walking him through. I sent him a lot of stuff, so it could be overwhelming and confusing.
Of course. Yeah.
You'll have to write down, Mom, any of your burning Pentart questions. They decided to send one of their experts there to be with us the whole weekend and demo anything we want demoed, or
just
ask any questions. Yes, her name's Christina. If you watch their social media at all, you've probably seen her there, but you'll have to start a little list, Mom, of questions you might have, and any of you too.
It's not too late for me to like get in on this, is it?
No, come on.
I
told you, come with us.
I wish I could. I have to stay back and do the IOD release.
Yeah, but after that, the show doesn't start till the 7th.
I know. It's very tempting, but yeah.
I'll look up some flights while we're live.
Sure. Oh, gosh. Yeah.
And you'd need a Veta.
Oh, my word. Wouldn't that be a delight?
It really would be.
So we'll leave this. And I want that very, like, washed out and faded. I almost feel like I need to add a little more gold to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I want that coppery look in there, too. And we'll brush over this with some white as well. We're going to do lots of things here. Fusion does dry quickly, but man, if you've got a baby wipe handy, it does wipe away pretty easily. If you catch.
Oh, Jonathan's here now, Mom.
Where is he, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Oh, hi,
not my Jonathan. Your Jonathan.
My Jonathan. No, your Jonathan is my Jonathan.
Yes, Jonathan. I have a son. My oldest son's name is Jonathan, and he also works with us. So that's where the confusion lies.
So, okay, let me grab just a bit of, let me get my metallic. So I'm using this, this bronze metallic lazure, and I want to get some of this on here.
Leah, yes, Pentart. She asked, does Pentart have iridescent or color changing paints? I would say all of anything that has the word chameleon in it would fall into that category. There's also the chrome effects that you use with the dipping paint, Mom. Wouldn't you consider those almost like some of those, like the rainforest one?
Yeah, some of them are.
Yeah, they're like shape
They're
shifting.
color shifting. Yeah.
Yes.
So see, I don't need a lot of this. I just want a little bit, and I'm using this baby wipe just to blot back. See how I'm picking up, like with this bronze, or yeah, the bronze, right? That's what I said.
Yep, bronze.
Yep, bronze. Um, I'm just blending this right over that fusion, but I'm doing it in a light, with a very light hand. I'm not doing it over the whole thing, just here and there. And like I said, you can always come back tomorrow and do another blend over this, but I'm digging this just like this right now. And let's see how that looks in there. And we're not done yet. We are not. Look how pretty. This totally changed everything from that dark, dark frame to something that has a lot of interest in it, I think. Alrighty. Now, I also like to use Fusion or Pentart. I'm going to use the same wood wick so that we keep the same tones here that I've been using. And I'm just going to make a little wash of this. And let's put that over this crown again. See, I'm using all the same color palette here and making it work no matter what I'm working on, whether it's the frame, whether it's the crown, whether it's the background. And then we've got a very cohesive blend of colors here. Look at me talking like I'm an expert when Jonathan Mark Mendez is actually the color master. He really is.
You're pretty good though, Mom.
Oh,
Don't sell yourself short just because Jonathan's here.
No, I don't. But I always blend with a little bit of a little tentativeness, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm live. If I'm not live, I'll just keep blending and go over top of things and all of that. But I feel like, you got one shot here. So
true. I can see how blending is a process that you want to take your time with and step away and do a little more.
Exactly. But if it is something that brings you anxiety, or you're like, oh, I could never do that, I would suggest, please just start with a small project like this, even on a wood blank,
Yeah.
or just a canvas board. Just blend in and try it. Don't start with a big piece of furniture. that would not be the way to
unless maybe on the back of a big piece of furniture.
Sure. Yeah.
You could try. That's a good idea. Yeah. Jonathan says, you're the expert. I'm here learning from you.
Oh, Jonathan, I thank you. But yeah, thanks.
Leah, the IOD release, it was just announced that it will be February 3rd.
Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. And like I said, I always love to do a live where it's like a get ready with me for the IOD release. And I've got a bunch of projects lined up. So make sure that, I think I might do that Sunday. I'm really feeling like I might do that Sunday. Oops. Let's add a little brightness to this. I'm just going to dry brush some white over it. Over all those beautiful metallics? Yes, I am. Because I want it to kind of blend into the background a little more. All right.
So Delray said she was watching way back in the day when we did the Be Thou My Vision. She just didn't comment. She was quiet back then.
Oh, Delray.
Oh, I'm so glad that you talked to us now, Delray. I can't even imagine life without you.
No, for sure. I just dropped my stamp that I'm going to use. And I have to walk around to get it. Sorry, guys.
Oh, look, the IOD release is on Lorraine's wedding anniversary. How
Well, happy
lovely.
anniversary to you, Lorraine. Happy anniversary. Let's just grab a few of these ephemeral type. I only want just a little touch here and there, just a little touch. And I'm feeling a little scripty today, but maybe not all scripty. I like that. And let's see. Let me see. Maybe this. I do. I don't know. I love putting like the postal um, stamps with a bird. I just love that because why not? A bird, maybe it's like airmail and all of that stuff. This is so peaceful to watch, you guys. Oh, well, thank you.
Well, you can't say that about all of our lives, but this one is fairly peaceful.
For sure. All right, I need to grab my stone gray ink. As you know, when I am stamping, I stamp down onto my stamp so I don't get a lot of ink in all of the little between the type. So let's now, I'm just going to very gently touch this. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. And I always like a little sideways something too. This will just peek out from the frame. Look at that. Isn't that pretty?
So
Just enough.
pretty.
Just enough. And here's how I typically clean my stamps when I'm using them a lot. And I've been using this one a lot. I just kind of stamp it out onto brown paper. And then later I'll give them a good bath. Or like I said, or Shirley will. Let's get a little bit of this right over my birdie. Really light touch for me. Super light. I'm just, as Josie used to say, tickling the surface of it. See that? So I don't have a harsh impression. I just want that little touch there. 1, 2, 3. Is that enough? Because I'm not going to do 4. So I either have to keep it at 3 or I have to do 5.
What else are you adding to this?
Nothing. Well, yes, there is going to be a little something there. I'll just do that. And I'll do
4?
just the
Okay.
tiniest. There you go. There. That's enough. That's enough because I am going to do something else with this, which you will see in a moment. Let me see. Oh, gracious sakes alive. I cannot believe we've got that IOD release coming.
It's not like we didn't see it coming.
Well, I know. And then all of a sudden it just jumps up on us, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's like we knew it, but until we got the official word, it wasn't real. We kept thinking, well, maybe it'll be a few extra days.
I know. That's what I was
Maybe it'll wait until I get back.
We haven't even gotten ours yet. Oh my gosh.
No, hopefully in the
I
next
know.
couple days.
Well, and that's, I think deliveries of things, although what came to, our Fusion came from Canada. Sometimes that gets hung up in customs.
Customs, yeah.
But, okay. So you're ready for the next step? I got to grab something. Hold on. I forgot something. It'll take me a second.
What can it be?
What's that?
I said, I wonder what it can be. Let's see.
Well, I guess you'll see.
When's your birthday, Annie? Oh, Mom.
What?
Jana says,
Jana
says, hi, I've watched you forever, but quiet. I just have to say that you have accidentally created a piece of art on your paint scrap paper. I see a bird's head sticking out of a tree.
Oh, right here. Yes, I see
Ah,
that. I see
that's
that.
cute. You should be speaking up more often.
Welcome to the comments.
Welcome to the chat.
These are some styrofoam eggs that I just pulled out of a nest. They were kind of bright green, but just by adding a little bit of this white mixed with other stuff, I think I'm going to keep it like that. And so I still have like a little touch of that green through here, and green and this coppery bronzy color looks so good together, right? So let me dry this real quick, see if I can do it without melting or burning my fingers.
Hi, Anna. Carol says the new release is always exciting. I love seeing the new seasonal trends like in fashion.
Yeah, and so, it's like, are you a trend follower or do you prefer classic elements of design?
I
And
always feel like you'll do a little of both. Like when a trend suits you, you might just add a little bit to
yeah,
something that's already your style.
I always say like, okay, like in your house, maybe it's just a pop of a trendy color, um, as a pillow. It just depends on what it is.
Yes.
So let me just tone down that green. So we still see that green in there, and green looks really good. Like I said, with coppery tones. If you
It
remember our
looks like
color,
it
if you
looks like a
remember,
delicious olive about to go into a martini glass.
does it? Oh, really? This white chalky?
Well,
Oh,
before you painted it,
oh,
but
okay.
it was green. Deborah says, I hate when the releases are on a Tuesday because I always have to work on Tuesdays and I have to watch
Oh,
the replay. That is a bummer. But there will be people, we have some friends who are going to open some boxes as the day goes on. So maybe you'll be able to catch somebody, one of our friends live, opening some IOD later in the day when you're out of work. I think Shannon is going to open some and Terry, Avetta.
yeah, that'll be fun, won't
It
it?
will be fun. Yeah. So you'll find somebody.
Oh, we're into a Bloody Mary. She says, yes, exactly.
It could be fun, Mom,
What?
to pass along a project, like you start it or one of you starts it and passes it to the next one and they use just something from the IOD release to add to it
Girl, I am all
between
over
the four of you. Let's
that.
do that. That would be very
I
fun.
across the miles, right? Jonathan, do
Because
you want to
you
do you want
think
to join us? Jonathan is
Terry's
one
in
of our.
California? Yeah, Jonathan could. Avetta could send it to Jonathan.
It's true. Jonathan
She's
and
in the
Yvette are both
UK.
in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I have some Spanish moss here. I don't know if I want that color though. Let me see if I have some in my little place down here. I probably don't. I gotta walk away for a second again.
That's okay. Now what are you getting?
I want some brown Spanish moss. There we go. I grabbed the wrong bag. Or no, I didn't. This is big
Yes, a
stuff.
traveling project.
Oh, I don't
Carol
want.
says IOD always seems to be in touch with home design, as I do see IOD like transfers that have shown up in wallpaper designs. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So two other classes that Sue Ryan Crone, because she did every single class we ever did back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
One that she showed, it's like I completely forget about these because we've just done so many.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
showed me one that was like a framed piece with different slats of wood inside, and you taught different finishes on each one.
Oh my gosh, that was milk paint.
It was so cool. And then you
That
could put
was.
a little word over it, like hers had family.
Yep. Yes, that was using milk paint, which is the other one of my other very favorite loves.
I loved that. And what was the other one? that she showed me. I mean, she's really done them all.
Yeah, there wasn't a one that she didn't do.
Oh, there was a DIY sign that said welcome, but you use that credit card technique to kind of pull paint across.
Oh, the birch bark technique. Yes.
Yes, but they used like brighter colors. It was like dark, and then we would use like kissing booth. It was really cool.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was, oh my gosh, we've done a lot of them, Megan.
We have. That's why I was almost thinking we could call it Ellen J. Good's Rewind.
It's true.
Back to basics.
Back to basics. No, some of those were pretty not so basic.
That's what I said to Sue. I mean, it's a simple because you're really technique focused, you know.
Yeah.
But you really learn a lot from those.
Okay, so you see what's going on here, guys? Now, I've got to assess this because I don't like this green. I think it's got to be that brown moss that's sort of this color, and I don't have any in front of me right now. I'm going to have to go grab some. So that's what it's going to be. And
Mom,
then, yes?
I hate to say this, but how stinking cute would it be if you put fine line crackle on those tiny eggs? I mean, it would be a pain, but it would look so cute.
Or spattered them. I could also do a little spatter, which, let's see.
Well, now I'm just going to accidentally eat it thinking it's the Cadbury chocolate eggs.
Does it look too chunky? Does it?
I mean, it's not hard for me to think something could look edible. Oh, I know the other one was, I love it still to this day, the decoupage tray, where all the different slats you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I love that class.
Mm-hmm. So let me grab one more thing. With the weather being what it was, I couldn't get out. So, but look at this peachy color. Remember, I wanted to put a bright pink on our Valentine box that we did.
Oh, I love that box so much.
Yeah, it's a good one. So here's what I want to do. And I'm just going to need time to do this because what I want to do is I want to put this on a hanger, like hang this with the bow. See what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And there it is. There it is, you guys. Isn't that so scrumptious, this whole thing?
I think I would like if the parts of the ribbon were hanging down in front.
It could be. Yeah. Yeah, I can probably make that happen. I just need to work out how to do that. But look at that. Isn't that fantastic? I love this.
Darling.
So there's your project for today, ladies and gentlemen.
Love it.
So I will get this attached. I'll take some glamour shots of that. And I will be sure to, Megan, look at that flawless transition. I cannot believe it.
Lighting is
it. All right.
Jarring on my face.
Yeah. Oh,
I know you're really getting the hang of this. I
All
know.
right.
I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, you guys. I love putting together little pieces like these. Isn't that fun? And these are just, this is beautiful to me. It's beautiful, and it's an easy blending technique, you guys, and get to use a little bit of this and a little bit of that, which is what makes crafting so fun, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great one. He could almost fit right in behind you on that wall.
I think I'll hang him there because remember what I said, you guys, that I was going to be filling every one of these frames that you're seeing back here over the next month or so. So yeah, this is definitely going up. It'll be nice to see what that gallery looks like when we get it all those frames filled. So
love it.
Thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out. Megan, I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, and I'll be on Decoupage Queen later today, 4 o'clock with Terry. That keeps happening. We keep bumping L&J Goods to Tuesday, which is, it's just been the last few weeks, weird stuff has happened, but Tuesdays and
Oh,
Thursdays I'm there for.
thank you, Linda. Thank you, Denise. I'm so happy that you guys like this. I really
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's so fun. And you know what? Maybe I'll keep that green after all because it is kind of a nice little contrast right there, right?
Yeah.
So, all
I love
right.
it.
Thank you. All right. I guess we'll see.
Bye.
So watch. I might be live on Sunday. So watch for a
Well,
text.
we'll be back tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, tomorrow's Royce cycled.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple projects
See you
prepped.
tomorrow.
It's been one thing after another, right? Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness. Hello,
As it always is.
Portugal. Hello, Helena. Welcome. Okay. So see you guys soon. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.